Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue with the group dynamic series, and today is going to be NCT Dream turn. So I had done the reading for them. I had recorded it. I had uploaded. I don't know if some of you saw it, but again, I had a problem with the audio that it didn't come out. So probably this was a sign also that I wasn't supposed to deliver the reading like that, because I got confused with the members and the names, but not in the sense of calling someone with other name, in the sense that I added one member because thanks to Google, there were 8 pictures, because I was looking to be able to connect well with their energy. I was looking for their names and the photo. So while I was shuffling, I went into Google, and there were 8 members. So one of them was Tail. And then I asked an citizen if they could actually help me to confirm what's going on, and she was very kind enough to tell me that there were 7 members, that they weren't 8. So, and I was trying to search more information to see which one of them were the 7th and which one was the one that wasn't part of NCT Dream, and it turned out to be Tail. But in my original reading, since he was in the reading, I was like, okay, I will have to read for him, because I pulled a card for him, so he's here somehow. So I did it, and I think that it was a way of cutting my attention for Tail. Probably he wants me to read for him individually next. It was really funny, but it didn't come out. So here I am again, to see if this time I can upload this successfully. So let's start with the reading. I also want to clarify for those that don't know, this tarot spread is going to be, it's not going to be a premonition. It's not going to be about a reading about their future or their comebacks or whatever projects they have underway. Is more about to see how they behave with each other and what they bring to the group, the dynamics, what their characters, real characters, do for the group's dynamics and synergy, and to see how it affects the group. So this is why they have one card each. So let's start with Mark. And Mark, it's actually, I had read for Mark, so I'm pretty familiar with his energy. And the fact that he got the star card actually doesn't amaze me. That doesn't surprise me at all. He is a star, and he does have a star qualities. But I think that also there's something about Mark. Actually, yes, he does belong to the entertainment business. He is in the right place. And I think that probably he has a sort of popularity, or he does have a sort of reputation. And this is why when he is in this unit, when he is with NCT Dream, what he brings to the group, it's a stardom, or it's a kind of confirmation of oh, okay, if Mark is here, the music is going to be great, or the dance performances are going to be perfect, and this is not to diminish the other members, what they bring, apports to the group. It's just that Mark has this star quality, so probably he does shine in a lot of aspects of his life. It seems like he was born to shine, and at the same time that he does have a sort of charisma, he does have a sort of attitude, or a sort of attributes of his persona that it's very fitting for the industry. So I think that also he is that person that just shines. He just shines whenever he goes, and this is what he brings to the group. And also he's very well protected. maybe in a almost like a spiritually like kind of sense. It seems like he's very lucky, like he comes across opportunities, and it's because he shines. It's like I don't know him, but it seems like his vibrational field, his energetic field, it's very powerful, and people just trust him. They trust him that he will get the work done. And also, when we think about the star, it's not only that he is the star and everyone just like take like take the opportunity to be associated with him and being like, okay, we are famous because we have Lucas. No, I'm sorry. Oh, I said Lucas. I'm sorry, guys. I have a thing. I have a thing. I think that it was the first time that I read for Mark or Lucas or Lucas and Mark. I do not remember the which one was first, but I was like, okay, today I'm going to read for Mark, and I started to call him Lucas. And when I started to read for Lucas, I started to call him Mark. So this is something that until this day I'm trying to fix, because I do not know. Maybe the fans actually can let me know why these names, like, this is very I think that everything happens for a reason. So I think that the fact that I'm confusing their names is because they do have something in common. It seems I always feel it like in my head, like they are rushing into their names are like piling each other so I can notice the other one sooner. So probably there's, like, I wouldn't say a comparison between Mark and Lucas, but there's something there. This is why every time I try to talk about Mark, I say Lucas, or when I try to talk about Lucas, I say Mark. There's something there. Maybe the fans can give me some kind of feedback if you know about their history, if they have history together. But there's something about these two that this is why I confuse their names pretty often. So yes, Mark, like I was saying, he's someone that he's also very generous with his ability to shine. Probably for him, it shows that for him being part of a group is what allows him to shine. He thinks that it's thanks to the other members that he's able to get as far as he goes. I think that he gets inspired by the members as well. So I think that it's not that he shines on his own and everyone just follows. No, he gets a sort of retribution, a sort of feedback and reciprocity from the energy of others. So I think that this is amazing, considering that he is Leo with the moon in Aries, and we know that the combination, they tend to be very volatile in their characters, and also that they tend to be a bit self-centered. But in the case of, at least for what I see here in his profession and in this group, that he is very generous and that he doesn't think about himself as a star. Actually, he just goes, he blends in, he does the work, and that's it, and he just enjoys it. I think that he's also someone that he doesn't want to bring drama to the group. He shows up, he does his work, he tries to connect with different members, he tries to put his best energy up, and this is why he shines, because he flows with opportunities. He doesn't regret anything about being part. I know he's part of several units, so probably a lot of people are like, oh, Mark is everywhere, or like Mark is overworked because he's like in everything. But it seems like he is a very successful component in the group. This is why it keeps repeating. And I think that for him it's an opportunity. I don't see him stressed at all. So let's move on to Jamin. Jamin also is someone that I have read for individually, and lately I've done a reading for him and Geno's friendship, so I'm a bit used to Jamin energy. And Jamin got the card of the High Priestess, which also is interesting because I remember he's also a Leo, like Mark. Um, But the high priestess, it means that probably Jamin is the kind of person that has like a lot of secret talents, in the sense that probably he's very reserved about what he's capable of doing. It seems like what he brings to the group's dynamic is this sense of mystery. You know, it's the sense that you'll never know what you'll get out of him, except until the comeback is here and you can see it. But probably he does surprise a lot of people. And also I think that he's still figuring out who he is, you know, and what does he want to do as an artist. And I think that he does this very privately. Probably he's very professional. He, in the sense that probably he does talk about work in the group, you know, he talks about certain things, but there's something about him that he doesn't reveal to others. You know, there's a sort of secret, there's a sort of element of mystery that he does have, which is interesting for me at least, because since he is a Leo, and I believe that his moon was in Capricorn, I think. Um, like I just don't understand where the mystery comes from, but probably it has to do with his talent and with his resources and what he brings to the group and to the table at the end. Um, Probably he does like he has like a lot of things that he wants to do in the future, or probably what kind of impact he wants to have being in this group, and he sometimes he keeps it to himself, you know. But also I think that he also talks about, I don't know how long he had been a trainee, but probably it seems that he had spent a lot of moments like training on his own. There's something about him being really in contact with his own struggles, you know, in the sense that he knows what it's like to feel a bit lonely when it comes to the process of working, not working, but training. There's something about him. So I don't know if he got like extra lessons or if he had to be on his own, but it seems like those kinds of knowledge or experiences, he keeps them very privately near himself, you know, close to his heart, and he doesn't share it with others. It seems probably that even though he's very sociable, probably he's the kind of guy that he just sticks to one person, or one member is like his favorite person. Probably he's not that sociable with others or doesn't have many interactions with others. He can have it, but I think that what I'm seeing here is behind the scenes, like when they are together working, not when they are on camera. Probably he's very selective about who he trusts his intimate matters or what really is going on with him. So he is a mystery for the other members as well. I see it here. And then let's move on to Jisung. Jisung, I do not know much about Jisung. I actually know it's the first time that I'm reading for him. So, you know, I'm going to talk about this, his energy, and I hope that the fans can let me know if it's correct or not. So he got the Three of Cups, that is the cup of joy. So here, this minor arcana, what it's is talking to me about is that this guy is like the happy pill, probably, or the energetic one in the group, in the sense that he wants to remind the members, and what he brings to the group is joy, is to uh, just like let's remember what we have available, you know, and not so much about what we don't have or what we missed. It's like he is like someone that needs to see the optimistic side of things. He's probably very positive, or at least he tries to be. His message, it's very like very light, very warming, and he's also very emotional in the sense that for him it's necessary to recognize the positive sides of what they have. Probably because here I see some members that are more intense when it comes to how they feel and what they think. And in this case, I see him like being this very like almost like lighthearted and very fun energy, you know. So he is he's like this reminder of that you need to enjoy things or moments when you have them or when you are experiencing them, and not be remorseful or regretful or things that you have no control over. So actually he has like a sort of positive thinking, and I think that somehow he does it also to balance the others, because probably he hears the others like complaining or being like, oh, we should have done better, or we should have done this, or we didn't have this. So he, among those complaints, he's like, okay, guys, stop. Like, let's rewind a bit, let's come down, and let's think about what we did have. So he's really happy about being part of the group, actually. And he's really enjoying his role in the group. And this is why he wants this joy to be sort of contagious, you know, because sometimes he does see the other, not all the members, but he does see some of them like really being a bit catastrophic. So he wants to get them out of that state, because he knows that is no good, that is no use, it is of no use to actually being complaining about things that are just the way that it is. So, and there's something very juvenile about him, very like very young energy. So I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't know if maybe he is the youngest or one of the youngest in the group, because it seems like his mentality is very fresh. It's very like, for him, everything is a new experience every day. So he's really happy to be part of the group. So I don't know if that makes sense, but this is what I got from him. And then let's move on to Geno. That Geno, I think I didn't do an individual reading for him, but I think I read for him and Jamin's friendship, so I know a bit about Geno. But let's see here. He got the Seven of Swords, that is the card of uncertainty. So Geno, I remember he's a Taurus with a sun in with a moon in Sagittarius, and it seems that for Geno sometimes it's his role or his what he feels in the group is that sometimes his role is a bit undefined. So probably he knows he is important, he knows that he is valuable, but there are moments of uncertainty that actually makes him feel nervous. So probably what happens with him is that he needs to be always the one that is probably flexible when it comes to changes, you know, and he really manages it. He really like he really overcomes it, you know. He really adapts. He had learned to adapt his energy, but let's not forget that he's a Taurus. So it seems that probably inside of him trying to be positive and also trying to not complicate others, there's a sense of uncertainty in him. And probably also what he's uncertain about is his own potential. Like there's a bit of insecurity here. So I don't know if maybe he is a bit insecure about what he does bring to the group, but I think that he talks about this with he is with the other members. He does talk about this, that sometimes he feels like he wants to do more, or probably he wants to like have like a stronger presence, but somehow it seems like his moments are few, are very 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 little. So I don't know if maybe it's that he doesn't have much like screen time, or maybe the retribution of the lines in the song are not that much, but sometimes he does worry a bit, and also because I believe that there's a need in him to actually do more. Probably he's feeling a bit ambitious in the sense that he wants to do more. I don't know if Geno is part of other units, but it seems that if he is only part of this NCT dream, probably what he's feeling a bit anxious about this, about like, okay, like, because it's not the same to be part of different units, and you've been like, okay, if I don't work, if this unit doesn't have a comeback, it's okay because I belong to other groups, so I can work anyways. But if you are only part of one unit, it's like you are always waiting, you are always waiting for your turn. So probably this is what he's showing me with uncertainty, that is making feel a bit anxious. And also anxious about the future as well. So then we have Renjun. That Renjun, I do not know much about him. I never read for him either. But he is an Aries, and I believe that his moon is in Scorpio. And he also is someone that is really interesting because even though he's an Aries, here he got the card of the moon. So the moon is really emotional card. And it also talks about fears. So probably Renjun is kind of that kind of person that actually brings out subjects that probably are not very positive, or actually he seems a bit pessimist, but it's because he wants to be able to modify things. So he probably does talk about very uncomfortable subjects as fears, insecurities, um, very like I wouldn't label them like negative of thinking because it's not negative. Actually, he's very realistic because I think that what he's trying to do here while exposing a matter about a certain insecurity or fear that he does have is actually that he is acknowledging it, and that he is like manifesting, he's like making it bringing it to awareness, the fact that if the group has some weaknesses, or they have something that they need to work on, that they need to address it, that they need to talk about it, that not everything has to be about, oh, it's sunshine and rainbows and colors and fluffy things. I think that his nature is a bit more serious, and probably I can see his energy being a bit more intense. So probably sometimes he does scare other people because he's like, oh my God, he's going to talk about this sensitive subject that I do not want to talk about. But probably he's the one that he talks about the stress. He's very emotional. So he's like, okay, I'm going to expose how I feel or how I perceived the other members are feeling. So he does bring out emotional subjects, and it's okay, and it brings a positive and a positive influence, in the sense that there are insecurities here, and like every group, there are a lot of things, there are a lot of insatisfactions. So it's okay that someone is able to talk about them, and not to brush them under the rug, and being like, oh yes, we are a perfect family, everything is great here. Like, no, I don't think that Renjun is that kind of guy. He is someone that likes to go deep, and also because he wants to avoid certain situations. So probably he also mentions certain details because he wants to be cautious next time, so he wants to prevent things from keep prolonging in time. He wants to just talk about uncomfortable things, let them out, release them, and it's like start all over. But he's not someone that he's not a denier. He's not in denial. He's always very aware of the group's limitations, of what the groups need to improve. He's like, okay, let's talk about this, let's work this, and let's just move on. It's going to be awkward. Yes, it's going to be awkward. And probably I can feel like all the members like looking at him like, oh my God, what he's going to say next. But I think that he's really serious about this, actually. And he does have a sort of psychic ability, he is a bit of a psychic as well. So probably what he's showing me here is that probably he does have some kind of dreams, like he dreams about certain things that he fears that it will come true. So probably this is why he is so on alert, about. He's very sensitive, but he acts tough on the exterior, maybe because he's an Aries, so he does act tough. So, but at the same time, this tough exterior is what allows him to actually be able to put this into words and people not to mock him or laugh at him, because it's important, it's important what he brings to the synergy of the group. And then we have Haechan. That actually Haechan, I never read for him either. It's the first time. And Haechan is, he got the Queen of Swords. And I think that he's a Gemini. I know he is an air sign. Um, and I can totally see this, probably because he got the Queen of Swords. So yes, he's really good with words, and probably he has a sort of diva behavior as well. Um, Probably he's also very sharp with words. I think that among all the members, probably he's the one that has more impact when it comes to words. He's very communicative, but at the same time I think that he's like the voice of reason in the group, and probably he talks a lot, but it has a meaning, and I think that also he has a sort of sassy attitude, because he's represented by a queen. So he does have like this royalty kind of behavior, in the sense that he doesn't mind to offend people. I mean, if what he says offend the others, it's like he doesn't mind. He's sitting really comfortable in his throne, and you're not going to get him out of that. Actually, he does have a sort of pride about himself. There's something about his nature that it's very like he has like an ego, but I think that he's also one of these people in the group that is also able to put into words what others cannot say. So I think that it's okay, and he does it without feeling guilty. He's not. He sometimes he can be a bit like intense with words, in the sense that he could be very talkative, just like any Gemini. But actually, he is very intelligent, and he is someone that he collects information, so he is very observant. So for him to actually stay quiet is not an option, And also, I think that he's also that tries to provide the truth, or probably his version of the truth, or of what needs to be addressed, or needs to be modified in their group's dynamic. Probably he's also someone that has a pretty controversial opinions, and I think that all the members probably are a bit like on the defense about what he has to say, because he, like I mentioned, that sword that this queen of swords is holding is very sharp. So even though it comes with reason, sometimes it can be a bit like hurtful. Hurtful, it can be a bit like yes, you are hurting me, or you are like too harsh on me, or your words make me feel a certain way. But I think that he doesn't regret what he says. And actually I laugh because I think that the other members find it amusing sometimes. The way he communicates is like they understand him, they are used to his behavior, they are used to the way he is. So they just don't hold any grudges against him. But yes, he's very witty. There's something about him that he is really good with words, and he used it to his advantage. And then the last one is Chenle. That Chenle, I never read for him, so I don't know. From what I can see from NCT Dream Beer Charts, there's a huge debate about whether he is a Scorpio sun or a Sagittarius sun. There are sites that says that he's a Scorpio sun, and there are sites that says that he is a Sagittarius or Scorpio. So and it depends on the birth time. So if you don't have the birth time, you cannot know it. But I know people, I have friends that their birthday it's on November 22nd, and it's Chenle's birthday, and they are Scorpio still, even though they are November 22 or 22nd. So I'm going to say I'm going to go for the Scorpio sun. Actually, I'm not going to take him as a Sagittarius sun because I believe he does have Mercury and Venus in Scorpio as well. So he does have a scorpionic energy in him, and his moon is in Aquarius, I believe. So he got the Seven of Wands. That it's the card of imagination. So yes, a very passionate card as well. So I think that in the case of Chenle, I don't know if he's part of different units, but what he's showing me here is that actually he just adapts to every unit or every work that he has to do. In the sense that he is very passionate person. He's also really happy to be part of the group, of the industry. I mean, so he's really comfortable with his profession. So, and he's very imaginative. Probably he does have, he's very artistic. So there's something about him like being like, okay, like I will go wherever you ask me. Like, what do I have to do? Like, do I have to move here? Do I have to go here? He's very adaptable. You know, he's not, it's like he goes with the flow. And at the same time, he loves to work in groups. He's someone that he is, he's a team buddy, you know, he loves to work in groups. Maybe it's because of his moon in Aquarius that actually he feels really good inside when he works in groups. It's like he feels at home. He feels at ease when he's sharing with others. So I don't see him like actually like complaining. I actually see his energy like very. He's also a sort of chameleon, like he can surprise you about what he can do with his potential. Probably you haven't seen everything about Chenle. He still has a lot of things to unfold, a lot of potential to unleash. So he's going to actually leave a lot of people with their mouth open. Probably because he got the card of imagination. I don't know if he writes his own songs or he is like he does work on his songs or he has written something and actually he keeps it to himself. But that's something really interesting that he has because here with the card of imagination, it seems like his imagination, it's like a very essential tool actually that what they can what he can actually provide for the group is this sort of inspiration that comes from his imagination. So probably he does have very very interesting points of views about certain things, like about, I don't know, concepts, about ideas, about styles. So there's something about him that I don't know what his role is in the group, but probably he's someone that he can do much more than actually what was assigned to him to do. So I don't know if he's a rapper or a singer, but probably he is. If I were the SM, I actually would try to like probably like give him different roles so I could see how he works because I don't know why, but I have the feeling that he's also one of these members that he gets like few lines or probably he doesn't have much screen time because he also got the seven like Geno. So I think that there's something in common that they have. And I think that because it's a seven number, that seven it's a lucky number. It's a good number in numerology, but when it comes to the journey that the numbers do in the tarot arcana, it seems like they have a lot of potential to unleash, but somehow they are not given the opportunity yet. So I think that people shouldn't sleep on them. That they people that should promote them more, promote their image more, and just give them more screen time or give them more participation because they are really like they are like amazing. Actually, I like Chenle's energy. It's the first time I also read for him, and I like because he's very enthusiastic. He's also, I don't know if he is also one of the magnets, if he's one of the youngest, but it seems like he's also very versatile and very, his energy is very youthful, in the sense that he's just ready, you know, he's just ready to show everyone what he's capable of. And he has this very energetic kind of this very like very hype, he's very hype, you know, he's like, I can sense his energy like bouncing around all the time. He's like moving, 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 and you need to put that into action, you need to put them into work, into art, you know. So because he's someone that I think that if he gets bored, he's going to cause troubles in the sense that he's not, I'm not saying that he's going to get into scandals, but probably he's the one that if he's bored, he starts teasing the other members or something like that. So yes, he's really funny, I like him. So yes, guys, this is all I have for NCT Dream. I hope I can upload this so I can share it with you, and of course that it would mean a lot to me. Don't forget to give it a like and share it with others and citizens if you can, because I have a few a really small community of citizens in my channel, but I'm looking forward to read more about them because they seem like really nice guys. They're really talented. So I love to see how professional they are and how ready they are to get the work done. It's really admirable. So yes, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.